ponerse or estar de acuerdo con. Ponerse de acuerdo or estar de acuerdo. Okay, so you can use either one here. You can use this, ponerse de acuerdo, or estar de acuerdo. Okay, either one. Con is sometimes optional. Sometimes you will use it, sometimes you won't. Especially if you are, there's more than one person you're talking about, you will likely use con, okay? But let's look at some examples. Rather, let's see what this means. We need to know the meaning first. Okay, the meaning of this phrase is similar, rather. It's similar to see eye to eye, seeing eye to eye on something, okay? Con can be similar to on, so you'll see how to use con. I'll explain it to you when I show you example. But yeah, this is very similar to seeing eye to eye when you agree on something, if more than, your partner, your friend, I don't know, someone you're dealing with, or you have to do something with, you can, agree on doing specifically something, whatever it could be. We could be talking about business, we could be talking about something that you have to do with your husband, wife, or the way the things you guys do or not. You know what I'm talking about, seeing eye to eye. Okay, so let's look at some examples using this phrase. No siempre estamos de acuerdo. No siempre estamos de acuerdo. This means we don't always see eye to eye. Yep. That is a common thing for sure. No means, in this situation, don't. Okay? Don't. Siempre, always. Nosotros estamos. We don't need nosotros, which means we, but we need estamos. Estamos means we. Obviously, we need to add the rest because that's the phrase we're learning. Estamos de acuerdo means we see eye to eye. Okay? No siempre estamos de acuerdo. We don't always see eye to eye. Acuerdo, de acuerdo, you can even say this by itself. De acuerdo. And that means okay in Spanish. It's very similar to saying okay or I agree, with you on doing something. Okay? ¿Quieres ir a cenar? Do you want to go eat dinner with me? Or ¿quieres ir a cenar conmigo? Do you want to go out dinner or to just go eat dinner with me? And the person can say de acuerdo. And that means okay. That means, yeah, it's a common thing to do in Spanish. The person can also say okay. Okay is a very common word in Spanish as well. But de acuerdo is an answer. So if someone says that to you and you're like, what? Did she say yes or no? De acuerdo. So yeah, it can be tricky. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know that estar comes from actually that's a verb and it means to be, okay? Estar, ponerse, that means a bunch of things. Ponerse can mean to get, specifically when you get impatient. Me pongo impaciente. I feel impatient or I get impatient. it also means to be in some situations. No te pongas triste. Don't be sad. So we can talk about this other verb in the future because it has more meanings actually. But poner can also means to put. But remember that when you have se after the verb poner, it means that it can be used with reflexive pronouns, okay? So just keep that in mind. Reflexive pronouns like me, te, le, nos, os, okay? So just remember that. Anyways, so I just wanted to let you know what all these words mean separately. But as a phrase, it means seeing eye to eye. Con means with, okay? But we're not doing this literally, okay? Remember that. Now, the next example, let's just see the next example. Bueno. Bueno pues. Bueno pues is a great phrase. Bueno, nos ponemos de acuerdo con todo excepto cómo criar a nuestros hijos. Bueno, pues nos ponemos de acuerdo con todo excepto cómo criar a nuestros hijos. Tricky, 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 tricky. So this whole thing means, well, we see eye to eye on everything except how to raise our children. Yep, different situation over here. Positive, mainly. There's some small detail that is not that good, but anyways, it happens. Let's break this down. Let's see how this sentence works. Bueno pues, you can avoid this one. You don't have to say pues. Bueno means well. It also means good, okay? But as an expression just by itself, it means well, bueno. But if you want, you can also say bueno pues. Bueno pues also means well, specifically as an expression. Well, bueno pues. Bueno pues, when you're not sure or when you're thinking about something, you can just say bueno pues. It's used if you are indecisive and you're thinking, and in the meantime, you're saying bueno pues, sí voy. Well, I'm going. Well, okay, I'm going. Something like that. So this is used when you're thinking before talking. But I mean, you're talking technically. But you know what I mean. Bueno, pues, well, nos ponemos, we're using this one. In the previous example, we used estar. Did you notice that? We used estamos, okay? In this example, we're using ponerse. And remember, reflexive pronouns say, we are using the reflexive pronoun nos. Nos ponemos. This is the verb poner conjugated. Nos ponemos de acuerdo con. That is the phrase we're learning. Nos ponemos de acuerdo con. That means we see eye to eye on. And in this situation, we're using con. Okay? And that's because we're adding more to the sentence. And we're talking about what do you see eye to eye? Okay, what are you talking about? Okay, it's not about seeing eye to eye only, like in the first example, you're just giving more information. So that's why we have con. Similar to saying on right here, okay? Todo, todo, everything. Todo, everything, okay? Excepto, excepto, excepto is a great word that means except. Como, how. Criar is a verb that means raise, okay? Como criar, how to raise. A means to, but we don't have it in English. We have it in Spanish because when using criar, the verb criar, a common thing to do is to, if you want to add more, of course, you have to use the letter A. Criar a, to raise or raise. Nuestros, nuestros, our. Hijos, hijos means children. Son mis hijos. They're my children, okay? Los hijos de mi amiga, my friend's children, okay? So it's a very, very interesting phrase for sure. Someone is sharing that, hey, it's almost perfect.